Hello, everyone. I'm in my car, so you already know. I'm here to deliver a word. I need to make this a series at this point. Anyway, I've already prayed, of course, but I pray this finds whoever it needs to, and it encourages those who need it. So yeah, I just want to jump right in. So I had a series of dreams last night, and they kind of go into one another, or can at least. But this particular one, it was a very short, and honestly, y'all, this is all still new to me. I don't know if it was a dream or vision or what. It was very short, but so I have a pair of Bluetooth earphones that I use every now and then, because it's one of those in-ear and give me the bass and everything that I need when I listen to my music. But that's beside the point. Anyway, I have a pair, and they're sitting on my nightstand right now because they're dead. The last time I listened to them till they went dead, so they're sitting there, and I haven't charged them back up. But in this particular dream, vision, what have you, I was sitting in my bed and I picked them up and turned them on, connected it to my phone, and started listening to music. And I remember thinking, oh, they're working. And literally, that was it. So then, I kind of forgot about it until this morning. I was recounting some of my dreams, because there were messages in all of them. And God brought it back to my memory, and immediately I was like, okay, I see what you're saying, because there were some things I was worried about. I don't even want to say have doubts about, but kind of, because I know it wasn't me. The last few days, these attacks they've been hidden. I'm not even going to sit here and lie. They've been hidden. And, so, although I knew the truth in my heart, my mind, it was getting to me. I was starting to doubt a little bit. I'm crazy for believing for this. I don't know why I think I'm going to get out of this situation financially, because I'm unemployed. Different aspects of my life. I'm never going to get the chance to really walk in my ministry, because nobody's going to give me the chance. All these different things, the enemy's just throwing them at me, And for a moment, I was letting him, I was letting those thoughts sit and fester in my spirit, and I was trying to fight. And it's one of those, I was battling spirit and flesh, because I know the truth. And I was I'm speaking the truth, but I was so dejected, I could not. I was no, God said this, so this is what it's gonna be. That energy. And so it wasn't really working. And so when God gave me that dream, vision, or whatever, when he brought it back to my remembrance this morning, I immediately caught it. The situation or the circumstances in your life, it's not dead. It appears to be dead, but it's working just fine. All things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. It's working. God spoke it. He said it. It is what it is. It's happening. It may look dead. It may seem like it's not working out, but trust and believe God sent me here. It was for me, but it's for other people too. He confirmed that to me as I was actually driving, because I was like, okay, God, I don't want to just put this out and not have a scripture or story to go along with it. And I'm thinking I'm going to have to go search for this. And he's like, I already gave it to you. And I had to think. Immediately, I thought of Lazarus. And the thing about that, God gave me that like a year or so ago, actually. And here recently, it's come up in a few of my conversations with different people. He's had me share the word he gave me then to them. So it let me know that I'm not the only person that needs this. And so, of course, I want to get, like I said, I want to get a scripture to back this up. The story of Lazarus is in John 11. You can go read and check that out. I have a few notes. Oh, see, y'all, it wasn't even last year. It was 2021. Anyway. Everybody pretty much knows this story. Lazarus was dead. They called to God, Jesus, to come, come to him. Mary and Martha, they sent, them to come, sent them to go get Jesus to come there. And Jesus kind of pitter-pattered around to them before he got there. He get there, he cries a little bit, and then he raises Lazarus from the dead. We know the story. But one thing I want to point out with that story, that it blessed me when I first got this, and I think it's going to help somebody else. Even in the midst of that, what stood out to me was Mary's commitment to serving God in the midst of that. Like, although she was mourning the loss of her brother, she's like, I'm still going to, she still continued to pray, she sat at his feet and anointed him with oil. Like, the posture you have to be able to do that in the midst of grieving what you think is a loss, it takes a lot. It's not easy. But this is what we should strive to be like. The attitude we should strive to have in the midst of it. So I wanted to use that to tell you, no matter what, this first of all, let's just cut it to the chase. The situation is not dead. All God has to do is tell it to rise. Speak directly to it. Give it to God. Let him resurrect the situation. Oh, and that we just came back. Yesterday was Resurrection Sunday. Just because that was yesterday don't mean God is not still in the business of resurrecting things, okay? Understand that. Anyway, but in the midst of that, what I did not do in my situation in the last few days was I did not continue. I had moments. I'll take that back. I had moments, but it wasn't consistent. Keep praising and keep giving God glory even in the midst. Because that shows him your heart posture. Like, God, it's looking real bleak right now. I don't know how I'm going to keep going. I don't know how I'm supposed to keep believing in this, even though you told me this, but I'm not seeing any physical manifestations of it. I don't see any of the physical fruits of it. But I'm going to praise anyway. Because I trust you that you're not lying to me, because God is a man. He will not lie. We know this. So we have to keep pushing. We have to, as hard as it is, we have to keep pushing. We have to keep praying and praise. That is our greatest weapon, along with the word. Like, we have all the weapons that we need, and I think in those moments we forget all the weapons that we have already, that God has already equipped us with to fight Like, we forget that we have them. It's like we go into battle forgetting that we got a sword, shield, all that. You got a piece in your clip. Like, we forget that we have all the weapons that we need to fight this. Like, we have to remember whose we are and what he has given us, the power that he has given us to speak to mountains directly. Now, and then there are times where you have to just sit back and let God do it, because you literally cannot. I've been there. We've all been there. That is absolutely true. But never stop praising. Never stop praising, because y'all, the enemy loses. He's losing, and that's why he's attacking so hard. He's taking last attempts to try to pull us back and trying to confuse and cloud our judgment. But we know how it goes. We know how it ends. So I'm just here to give a little encouragement. Your situation is not dead. It may appear dead, it may appear like it's not working, but it is all working out. We have to trust God, keep praising, keep praying. Do not stop praying, y'all. Do not stop praying even when it's hard. Even if you can't, my granny never would say he hears your moans and groans. That's all you got in you, that's what you do. Because guess what? God is good enough. He can translate. He knows everything you need just from those moans, moans and groans, honey. But you just don't stop giving it up to him, okay? So be encouraged. Also, another verse, and it came up as I was doing my devotional, and I was like, this is a good point as well. And it's I'm gonna try to pull it up because I should have it memorized, but I don't. Here it is. It's Habakkuk 2:3. It reads, "The vision is yet for the appointed time. It hastens toward the goal, and it will not fail. Though it tarries, wait for it will certainly come. It will not delay." So, in this season, when we're waiting on these promises that he has given us that look dead, hold on. Just hold on and wait for it. Because it will certainly, that's word. It will certainly come. It didn't say it will maybe come. It said certainly, meaning definite. It's going to come. It has to come, because guess what? God spoke it. So, y'all be encouraged. It's hard. It is. It ain't easy. But guess what? We got this. Hold on. Keep pushing. Keep praying. Keep praising in the midst of it. And watch God work a miracle for you. Y'all be blessed. Love y'all. Have a great day.